Okay, here we are with the KVB and stuff, and we're at the Rose Bowl Cruel World 2022.
It was supposed to be 2020, that's why you got so confused.
The Rose Bowl, we had like Depeche Mode, we had like U2, the Rolling Stones, and then at the Royal Seiko we were seeing like Robert Plant, Neil Young, Tom Petty.
And the World Cup, no?
Wilco? Oh, the World Cup, yeah. Was that the Women's World Cup?
No, it was the men's.
The men's too? Okay.
94.
That's going way back, yeah. I think I started with Arsenal about 98, so it was a little bit before my time. Well, I like Fulham, that's good too. Well, wait, what team do you guys support? What do you like?
Well, my family's team is Tottenham.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, Arsenal. Well, I liked Arsenal originally. I kind of shifted to Fulham because when I go to London, I spend more time in West London, and when I used to go there in the '90s, I used to be more like a East London dickhead, and North London, and they won the '98 the double that year, so. So back to my original question. I mean, this is like a historic place. All these bands have played here. Almost every band you can name. U2, Depeche Mode did their famous show in the Rose Bowl. I mean, and then finally we got the KVB. Finally, what's it feel like playing like in this place?
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a bit surreal. I don't know. So we didn't eat anything before the show, so
I think that might be good.
And then
and then the sun cooked our synthesizers a little bit.
So interesting.
I know.
It's an experience.
I know someone that took their shoes off in Coachella, but the stage was so hot they had to put their shoes back on.
I couldn't even touch the plastic bit of my synthesizer. It was like
melting.
So I mean, you guys. I see you like in smaller clubs and stuff. I mean, some of the songs like Blind and some of these newer songs. Are these anthems that we can all sing along with?
Do you know what? Like since this last tour, they are ones that people are really responding to. So I feel like perhaps, and we're going to have a tour actually, another one very soon in August. So we'll be back in the States in August, and again I think in the autumn. So if people want to see a full set, rather than 4 songs, then they can absolutely come see us.
So a lot of people, I mean, there's the whole Invada Records, people like Beak and Annika and the KVB. I mean, have you played a lot of shows with those guys, or what's your relationship?
A couple, we played. It was good.
I mean, they're all fantastic.
And then we also know you over here, like a lot of the coverage we've had is you played like Desert Days, Levitation, Austin Psych Fest, French Levitation, and my friend Dan was taking pictures of the Berlin festival in November.
Oh, when we played
Yeah. You guys you were all there. Yeah, Brian Jones. I just saw Brian Jonestown Massacre. That was
we were on his label as well. You see.
Okay. Oh yeah. So everything's all connected. So
absolutely.
We're getting a lot of KVB over here because of Anton and Invada and all these festivals and. So can you compare those festivals to what we are seeing now? I mean, it's still kind of early in the day here.
Well, festival, we played it obviously at 10. Also, isn't it 12:10?
You weren't here for some of the sound checks or something?
Only our own. We're still the day is young. So we've still got time to work
check
out
it
the
out
vibe and compare it. I think tomorrow is going to be a bit more settled in and relaxed.
But some of the, some like Desert Days or like say the French Levitation. I mean, you initially go in there, you can kind of get like a vibe. So we're at that point. So what you've been here like an hour or so. Like what's the vibe like?
The vibe is bloody hot.
You like that though?
No, I mean it's not used to.
Oh, okay.
We live in Manchester, for God's sake.
But like all these guys, all these bands, Bauhaus, Morrissey, all these English guys, they come over here and play like you guys are playing. They move here. They're stuck here now.
We're not moved here yet.
All the 3 out of 4 Bauhaus, and then they're married. Like Kevin's married to an American girl.
Exactly. They're all living here. They're used to it.
Yeah.
I am actually melting right now.
Me too. We're all. It's mutual. The feeling is mutual. But let's see what else. Okay, so you played with some of the bands that are on this like Drab Majesty. You
We've
played
never
it.
actually played with Drab Majesty.
We've
Never-
obviously got the remix.
I played it on my radio show, so this is the first time with Drab Majesty.
That remix EP is coming out really soon. We've also got one by Trenta Muller.
Okay, another favorite. Is he Swedish or Danish?
Yeah.
And he's coming over very soon.
But back to Drab. This is like the first time you played with him, or
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
absolutely.
First time
are you
we
gonna
checked
are you gonna stay around for his stuff?
What time are they playing? 3.
Four o'clock or
Oh yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be around.
Check it out. We've never
If
seen
not,
them.
we'll see him tomorrow. That's the beauty of an exact same lineup the next day.
Oh right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're at the beginning of this whole
The whole weekend.
This whole madness is.
Yeah.
And aware. So you played like 5 shows. The American tour has been like 5.
Actually, this is number 9. So
Okay.
we've got 10 in total. It was just around the East Coast,
Yeah,
New York,
and we'll be doing
Boston.
West Coast in August.
And when you were here 2 years ago, you were playing with Trust or somebody, or who?
No, number.
Right. Yeah. That was
That was good. Yeah, we did the whole country as a tour.
Yeah, we did like
5
the
weeks.
whole round loop, which when we flew from Detroit yesterday, and it took 5 hours. We're just like, my goodness, we drove this before. How on earth did we manage this?
But I mean, this festival, so we got a lot of these bands. I mean, there's some of these bands. There's a lot of people in the bands. They have a lot of gear. So when you guys come out on stage, so you got a guitar, you got a Moog and stuff, and that's. Is it easy? It's easy to tour, and it's like, do people go? Where did they get all this sound from? And it's just two of them up there.
Keep it minimal.
I've got the AB6 and the Take 5, which is a sequential and Dave Smith synthesizer, so San Francisco synthesizers. And,
Yeah, we do for the Moog. Yeah.
And they're beautiful.
Because 20 years ago we had the Kills and the White Stripes, and there was 2 guys in the band. That's kind of cool, That's a new thing. And now we have the KVB here, making a lot of noise, and it's just 2 of you. Like the Kills eventually. Sometimes they did some tours with added drummer or something. You're not going to do that.
No, I think we like our little dynamic of 2 people. We did think about adding more people, but I don't know, something about it just sort of makes sense to us to just keep it as
It works. And
We got married during the pandemic.
maybe the marriage makes it more.
it's you're stuck together. Okay.
Exactly.
So the record came out last year,
Right at the end.
right then, and then we'll have a remix EP or something.
Yes, that's right.
And so this year, probably a lot of touring this year. So you go back to Europe first? Or?
Yeah, we fly back to England, and then we have about 10 days, and then we will be we will be driving all around Europe for about 5 weeks, and then we have a couple of festival shows, and then we'll be back in America in August for 2 weeks, culminating in Las Vegas at that Psycho Festival.
Oh yeah, you're coming back for that, yeah.
Yeah,
And then back again in September.
For a golf festival in Florida.
Wow, you're doing it all.
Also,
Representing Manchester, that's right. Then.
and we'll also be playing with Trust in Chicago at
Cold Waves.
Festival.
What about some of the Manchester bands? I mean, we got Morrissey today.
Yes.
You ever did a Peter Hook or a New Order, sort of, or some of the other bands?
There's some really fantastic young bands coming out in Manchester right now.
Like who?
There's one called Deck, D-E-K.
Dream English Kid. They are stunning. They're almost like a...
Do they come over? I think I heard of Dak.
No, not at all.
Not toured much,
It's
really.
very hard for English bands to come into America.
Yeah.
And a couple of these guys play in another band called Working Men's Club.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. Yeah, I know
They've
that.
come over, but
toured a lot.
it is extremely difficult for non-American bands to tour here. And
Yeah.
so
So they haven't had the chance
anyone
yet.
that sees a non-American band touring here should definitely go to it because they've spent an
So
awful lot of money.
let me ask you a question about the whole visa problem. I mean, is it cause we have the Damned? I mean, I guess the Captain Sensible's not going to be playing today because he had some visa problem.
There's severe delays. There's severe delays because of COVID. The interview process has been delayed for 6 months. We were lucky we were able to get a bypass interview to get our visa because we hit the criteria to allow that. But It is a pain in the ass. It's gone up in price. It's now £5,000.
Yeah, because they charge you. You're forced to expedite, and you get like that extra charge.
Because otherwise you'll never get a response.
I mean, you're lucky. Also, Jeff Barrow have already kind of because he's been touring for about a year and for many years.
They barely toured the US either, though, because of
he was just they were just playing some European stuff like last year, and they did some videos about their whole experiences about each country because like England's not part of the EU anymore.
I know there's Brexit, but it's actually not as bad for us as European bands coming to England.
Right.
I know there's difficulties with carnets and things like this, but we haven't had a problem going in.
No. Okay. No problems for us.
Yeah. You guys are real clean cut, you know. But Jeff Barrow, some of those guys in Beak, you can look at Billy and Billy.
We're a married couple, very inconspicuous.
Yeah, legit. Okay, well, I guess we've been going almost 10 minutes here.
Okay.
12 minutes.
And we're just talking about visas, and no one wants to know.
Make sure you go see KVB on tour. These guys are the best.
Yes.
Okay, goodbye and good day.